Chapter 4, Mishnah 7. Syria, a country that was located in what is now the northern part of Syria, along the banks of the Euphrates River, was conquered and added to Eretz Yisrael by King David. Since the conquest of Syria took place before the entirety of Eretz Yisrael proper was completely conquered and divided, Syria does not have the status of Eretz Yisrael according to biblical law. This Mishnah records two disputes, one of which pertains to Challah, regarding the status of the produce of Syria. We now turn to the words of the Mishnah. Regarding Jews who were sharecroppers in the fields of idolaters in Syria, Rabbi Eliezer rules that their produce is rabbinically subject to the laws of Maasros and Shemitah, because rabbinic law equates Syria with Eretz Yisrael with regard to the laws of Maasros and Shemitah. But Rabban Gamliel rules that it is exempt from these laws. In his view, the rabbinic obligations of Maasros and Shemitah in Syria are limited to produce grown on land owned entirely by Jews. We will see in the next Mishnah that although there is no biblical obligation outside of Eretz Yisrael to separate Challah, the rabbis decreed that, in fact, two portions of Challah are separated. One is burned and the other is given to a Kohen. In Eretz Yisrael, however, only one portion is separated. The Mishnah discusses how many portions of Challah are separated in Syria. We now return to the words of the Mishnah. Rabban Gamliel says 2 portions of Challah are separated from dough in Syria, since it is outside of Eretz Yisrael. But Rabbi Eliezer says only 1 portion of Challah is separated in Syria, because Syria is treated like Eretz Yisrael. The Mishnah concludes, originally, the people took hold of both the leniency of Rabban Gamliel regarding Maasros and Shemitah and the leniency of Rabbi Eliezer regarding Challah. Thus, Jewish sharecroppers in Syria did not observe the laws of Shemitah and Maasros, yet they separated only a single Challah portion from dough of Syria. When they were made aware of the inconsistency of this approach, they changed their practice to follow the words of Rabban Gamliel, who did not equate Syria with Eretz Yisrael in both matters. Thus, the sharecroppers of Syria did not observe the laws of Maasros and Shemitah, but did separate 2 Challah portions from the dough of Syria.